Everyone, welcome to Medicine for the Soul Wellness. I'm Sarah, and this is quick and easy Yogalates. Today we are doing balance and posture. You don't need any props, just yourself and your mat. Let's get started. Hi, welcome to balance and posture. We're going to begin seated on our mats. So any comfortable position for you. And we'll just take a moment to settle in here. So close your eyes, maybe rock side to side for a minute. Find your center. Roll your shoulders back and down. Nice long spine, crown of the head reaching for the ceiling. And we'll take a couple deep breaths in and out through the nose. Becoming present in this moment. And after your last breath, you can open your eyes. And first, we're just kind of see what good posture feels like sitting down. So we first want to recognize our sits bones, and how we find those is by sitting on a flat surface and kind of rocking side to side, feeling those butt bones that we sit on. Maybe you have to kind of lean over and pull some flesh to the side and find your stability here. And we want to stay grounded on both sits bones while we are seated. Let's roll our shoulders back and down and gently pull your belly button in towards your spine. Not so much tightening your abdominals, but just a gentle pull, elongating the spine. And we want that crown of our head to be reaching for the ceiling. So imagining a string pulling the crown of your head towards the ceiling. And maybe just push your chin back slightly. And bring your hands to your knees. And the trick to sitting up straight also is to see if we can do that without flaring our ribs out. So can you close your ribs in, sitting nice and tall, rolling shoulders back and down. A lot of work just in sitting right here. And just take a couple of breaths here just to see what that feels like. And then we'll bring hands to knees and bring our upper bodies down and around on an inhale, exhale, coming back up to seated. And while we're doing these rolls, can we remain grounded through those sits bones? So keeping both sits bones on your mat while moving through these rolls. And then we'll switch direction. Feel free to also switch the cross of your ankles. And come to stillness, up to center. We're going to take our right arm across the body. Left hand grabs onto your shoulder. And gaze out over your right shoulder, remembering that long spine, remembering crown of the head reaching for the ceiling. Deep breath and release, shake it out. Opposite side, left arm across the body, right hand to left shoulder, and gaze over your left shoulder. Deep breath. And release, shake it out. Now we're going to bring both hands behind your head and clasp your hands, bring your elbows all the way out to the sides so that if someone were to put a broomstick through these little armholes, that it would be nice and straight. And here's the trick here too, is can we do this without flaring our ribs, without arching our back? So a lot of posture or improving posture is all about just these little micro corrections all throughout the day. So check in with yourself. Am I arching my back? Close your ribs in. Sitting tall, crown of the head reaching up. And we're going to twist very, very subtly to the right, keeping your elbows out to the sides. So it's just your upper back, your thoracic spine that we're working with right now. And continue to press your head back into your hands, remaining upright with a long spine, and come back to center. And we'll go left. Your hands might want to push your head forward, but we're going to counteract that by pressing your head back into your hands and just moving side to side, slowly. Very gentle, subtle movement, but lots of work here, lots of mindfulness. And back to center. Let's go one more time each side. Last one. And release. Let's give our wrists a few rolls in each direction. And let's inhale, left arm up, left hand all the way over to your right ear, and pull over to the left. And can we bring our chin slightly down towards the floor? And back to center and release. We'll inhale, right arm up and all the way over to the left ear and pull over to the right. Again, being mindful of your chin. A lot of times, tension in our bodies can be a very big reason why posture may be off. We hold our bodies in all sorts of weird ways without even knowing it. And release, back to center. Now we're going to transfer to all fours. So you can roll forward. I'm going to reorient myself. And we'll just do 3 rounds of cat-cow. And so while we're in our cow, while we're dropping our belly, lifting our tailbone, can you push off of the mat and keep your gaze down but ahead of you? So kind of diagonally down without raising your chin. And exhale, still pushing that mat away from you. Arch the back, tuck the tailbone, and gaze towards your belly button. Inhale, back up. This is where we want the back of our head to be lifting towards the ceiling. And exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come back up to a neutral spine. We're going to inhale, right arm up, gaze towards your right hand, and exhale, thread the needle. So right arm coming behind the left, right shoulder coming to the mat. You can reach your left arm up overhead, or you can bring your left arm behind your body. Again, kind of just working on mobilizing the thoracic spine. And one more deep inhale. Use that exhale to push yourself back up to all fours. Inhale, left arm up. Gaze up. Exhale, left arm behind the right. Left shoulder to the mat. Again, options. Reach right arm overhead or right arm behind the back. And breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, push up to all fours. We're going to inhale, tuck the toes, and exhale, push up and back to down dog. You can pedal your feet out here. Let your head hang heavy. And inhale, look forward. Exhale, step forward. We're in a forward fold. We're going to do some roll ups. So rolling up starts with inhale at the bottom. Exhale, pull your belly button in towards your spine as you roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Roll your shoulders back at the top. In your Tadasana, we'll do that a few more times. Let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale. Exhale, belly button to spine. See if you can articulate one vertebrae at a time, rolling up, bringing awareness to your spine and shoulders back and down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale. Exhale, belly button to spine and roll up. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. And roll shoulders back and down. And at the top of your mat, I'm going to turn to face you. At the top of your mat, let's do the same kind of awareness, mindfulness process as we did while we were seated. So while we're standing, feet are about a fist width different apart, or a sit bone distance apart. If we say hip distance, we always think our hips are a little bigger than they really are. So usually we're a little wider than we should be. So sit bone distance apart. And bring your hands, one hand in front, one hand in back to your pelvis. And just kind of do a little teeny tiny baby tuck, invisible to the eye, but you can feel that you're doing it. Relax your glutes. You might have to kind of give them a couple taps. Relax your glutes. Pull your belly button in towards your spine, just in that really gentle way. Roll your shoulders back and down. Check in with your ribs. And just maybe give them a little teeny baby tuck if they're flared open. Push a chin back slightly. Is the crown of my head reaching for the ceiling? Shoulders down and away from the ears. And relax your arms down by your side. And relax your knees. I tend to tense up my knees here. So maybe a little micro, invisible bend to your knees, and breathe. And so this is what that feels like. Even just practicing this for a few moments a day is really beneficial. And so while we're here in our mountain pose, we're gonna do what we did while seated, except with our sits bones. Instead of our sits bones, we're gonna kind of gently sway side to side from foot to foot. So getting grounded, finding your center. We're eventually going to ground down completely through the right leg, down into the right foot. So when you feel stable enough, feel free to hold onto a chair or wall as well. When you feel that stability and that rooting down through the right foot, slowly shift the weight onto your right foot while you lift left foot off of the mat, raising your left knee. And open out to the side. We're going to come into tree pose. So you can start your tree as a kickstand and then maybe work your way up to your calf. Maybe it's today, maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's next week, next year. And then maybe bringing your foot all the way up to your thigh. Anywhere but the knee joint is where we want to focus. So coming into your tree, whatever that looks like today, really rooting down through your right foot. Hands come to heart center. And find a focus point. So it could be a little mark on the wall. It could be something on the floor. And fix your gaze on that focus point, on that drishti, and breathe. One more breath in. And as you breathe out, can you bring your left knee back to center? We're going to step back into a warrior one. So left toes turned out slightly. Hips square to the front of your mat. And inhale, arms up. Shoulders down and away from your ears. Hold here and breathe. On your next exhale, can you lift off of your left foot, your back foot, and come forward? Maybe it's right here. Maybe you want to stay on your toes. Maybe you want to lift up a little further into a warrior three. Option to stay here in a modified warrior three, or to use blocks or a chair or a couch or a wall, and breathe. One more breath. Step back to your warrior one. Inhale and exhale. Step forward to the top of your mat. Shake it out. And we'll do the opposite side. So coming into your nice, stable, perfectly postured mountain pose. Check in with yourself from your toes to the crown of your head. And then when you feel ready, just kind of start swaying side to side again until you can land all of your weight down through your left foot, lifting your right foot off of the mat, lifting your right knee to center, and opening up, coming into your tree. Hands at heart center. Find that focus point and breathe. One more inhale here. Exhale. Begin to bring your right knee back to center, stepping back to warrior one. Inhale, arms up, and breathe. Hips square to the front of your mat. One more inhale, and again on that exhale, coming into your balance pose. So this could be your modified warrior three. Maybe you lift up a little more on this side, or maybe you're coming into a warrior three or using bringing that belly button in towards your spine, stable core. One more breath here. Exhale back to warrior one. Inhale and exhale, coming into your pose. And turning to face the top of your mat, we'll inhale, arms up, Exhale, folding forward, hands to the mat, and we're going to step back into a down dog. Maybe slowly pedal your feet out. On your next exhale, bring knees to the mat. Coming into a child's pose or rest pose. Forehead to the mat. And breathe. Imagine your tailbone reaching down towards the mat behind you, crown of the head reaching for the top. One more breath here. Lift your forehead off of the mat. Walk your hands back so you're in an upright position. And that is all for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.